I would like to read you some of the things that the children write. When it was Christmas, we had some fun things. Games of raw egg and garlic and onion. We played some games. In New York, we drank punch, and the next day we went to the lake to swim. The days passed, and we went to the lake, and we continued until now. My Halloween festival experiences. A time I would always remember is when I was 7 years old. I would go to the Halloween festival when I was a kid, and I would always go to the slides, and I would need tickets, so I would get a ride. And I would find some rides with my mom. I managed to face my fears and strap myself into a trampoline. I will always remember when I went to New York. I will always remember the time when I went to New York. My family and I went, and it was so much fun. When we got to our place after driving for 13 hours and staying in the car for that long, we started to get ready, and we went to go around the city. What I will never forget. What I will never forget is all the moments I spent with my family. Even though my mother was not there, I did spend it with my grandmother. I love her like my mother, and I will always love and miss her. I love my family. The day I went to the beach. When I went to the beach, it was summer. I went with my family. It was when I finished sixth grade. I passed all my classes. I passed all my classes, and I did not have to go to summer school. The first time I played in a soccer tournament. Since I have soccer practice, I go to practice every Tuesday. My practice teacher said we would play in a tournament to who's the best in the state. There were a lot of teams. There were about 6 teams, and all the teams had different colors. I will always remember. Something that I will never forget is when I was 7 years old and my dad arrived as a surprise that was very happy. But before that, about 3 years before, my dad had made the decision to start living in the United States and get a job. For my birthday in 2023, we went to Gatlinburg, a very beautiful place. When we arrived there was a lot of snow. I was able to see the snow and play with the snow, but unfortunately, a big snowstorm was coming, and we couldn't see anything. And we didn't even know where we were, and we walked for a place, and we found a shelter that we stayed until the snow passed. A time I will always remember is when I went to Tennessee. We went to stay in a cabin and stay with my cousins. We went inside the cabin. It was a 2-story house, and it had 3 rooms and a pool table and a TV, and they named all the things in there. My first time in a fair was cool because it was half crazy. The attractions are dangerous, but the people like it. I almost flew away. My dad don't like that. A time that I will always remember is when I got into Korean music. I was 8 years old at the time. My sisters told me instead of listening to my cringe music, I was listening to, why not listen to Asian music? At first, I didn't know what type of music that I was going to listen to, but it was actually good. The song was called Boy with Love by Biss. I remember something I would never forget when I was 7 years old is when my dad arrived as a surprise. I will never forget the smile on my dad's face because my dad don't like to smile. My first time in a fair was so cool because it was crazy. I see for the first time my dad happy. He normally don't smile. I see him smile before when I asked him to do a dangerous attraction. No, you have the age to do this. And now he asks me, yeah, you have the age to go to the attraction. And after I go to the attraction, and after me and my dad pass a good late, he asked me like I am a man and told me things that happened to him when he was young. We left the fair eating corn and talking about the attractions and the experiences that we shared. These are the things that your students are learning here at Moore Middle. And as they progress through their years until they graduate, please know that they will have a top-notch education in the United States, speaking more than one language, which is a great thing for today, so that they will make a lot of money. Thank you for sharing your students with us, and we appreciate you as parents, and together we will make them successful.